right, guys, let's talk about today's complex. Biggest thing we can do today is avoid overthinking this and avoid overweighting or loading the barbell. What are we trying to accomplish today? Well, it is week 1 of a cycle, right? So what would you guess we might be trying to accomplish? We're dialing it back a little bit. We're gonna do a 3-part complex, and they're all gonna have a very specific intent to them, but all of them, and we're gonna ask you to do them unbroken, can't be done correctly unless you are appropriately loading the bar. None of this stuff can be done super heavy, so it's gonna require us to look good technically, right? First part is a muscle snatch. We include those in warm-ups all the time, but warm-ups have a little bit of a different intent. Today I'm gonna put some plates on the bar, and my muscle snatches are gonna start with me set up as I would on any snatch, right? Perfect setups on these snatches, and then after that, it's very similar to any other power snatch other than this. Your knees and your legs are gonna lock out after the bar passes your knees, and then you're not gonna bend them again. So we're no longer using momentum after a certain point. It's gonna be up to our upper body to shrug, high pull, keep it close, and finish without going down to get it. The going down to get it part will happen next, right? So just to do a muscle snatch, and this is just 65 pounds. I don't need to go super slow. I don't need to slow anything down. I am allowed to use momentum for this. It's just that part of not re-dipping after the legs lock, all right? Now, similar, think about a push press where you dip, you drive, you don't bend those knees again. Same thing is gonna apply for the next part, which is the hip snatch. The part that's gonna apply is the bar is gonna be in my hip crease. I'm gonna do a little bit of a plie dip. The bar can travel down my thighs, maybe to about midway, but generally speaking, it stays in my hip crease. And then, because I don't get the momentum from the ground, I don't get a big hip extension like a low hang would give me, I have to make sure I'm keeping the bar close, shrugging, high pulling again, but this time going down and getting it, right? Bar's in the hip crease. I'll hinge to about here, and then I'm gonna explode. Right back, hip crease again, hinge a little bit, catch in a squat. Obviously, we're gonna do our best to go down and get it, but everybody's keeping it close. Everybody's keeping it light today on purpose. Last part of this complex, you can finish your last squat snatch. Bring the bar to your shoulders. This is called the snatch balance. Again, thinking push press again, dip, drive. This time, when we dip and drive and extend our hips, bar's gonna wanna travel upwards. We're gonna let it, but our hips, our squatters are gonna go low. Dip, lower, dip. All right. Put those 3 things together. It's a 9-part sequence, right? This is only 65 pounds for me. I'm out of breath. You're gonna get to go through this complex 5 different times. You're gonna pick the weight that's gonna allow you to stay with it. I know some of the guys are gonna challenge themselves, but they gotta look good, right? And you cannot put the bar down. You gotta do your best not to. Let's see if I can do it. Bonus is this is a really good primer for today's workout, today's WOD. Enjoy. Sets us up really nicely for the rest of the cycle.